Hey everybody, Jerome Maldonado. So I want to go over today the 5 markets that are under the radar in the real estate sector right now. 5 real estate markets that are undervalued and under the and are not in the radar, but under the radar across the United States. These markets are great, and I have good stories behind a lot of these because of different experiences in real estate and business and projects that I've done in some of these different areas throughout the course of my professional career. And so when I was looking at the list, I was sitting back going, this is pretty cool. You know, I know a lot about a lot of these cities. And so you guys have heard me talk about Dallas-Fort Worth. It's a market that I know I love, and I'll tell you guys that one of the big things about the Dallas-Fort Worth market is, in all of Texas, in all reality, is that it's undervalued. With the exception of Austin. Austin is one of those things because of Elon Musk that people know already that it's the place to live, the place to move, and it's a great market to be in. But it's appreciated. You know, there's a lot. The housing values and real estate has went up in value substantially. But Dallas-Fort Worth and the surrounding areas are still very undervalued and a very strong economic place to live. So if you're looking for good work, you're looking for a good place to live, you're looking for a piece of real estate that's still undervalued that you can get within a reasonable threshold, Dallas-Fort Worth is a place to move. Second city is Foley, Alabama. Now, I don't know much about Foley, Alabama, but I will tell you that it's the number 2 on our list. And so if you guys are looking at a place to go and purchase real estate, and you could feel comfortable purchasing real estate, and even if you hit the maximum area, if you hit the max value in some of these areas, you still have a lot of appreciation that can happen over the course of the next decade or the next couple years. And so these markets offer great economic growth while still offering values that are still compressed and still very reasonable to purchase. Now, Rogers, Arkansas. I love Rogers, Arkansas because I go buy fleet trucks out in Rogers, Arkansas. It's number 3 on our list right now, and one of the things that I love most about Rogers, Arkansas is it's a town that's based on entrepreneurship. It's a place where, if you guys know who Old Sam Walton is, the founder of Walmart, he's from Rogers, Arkansas. That's the location where he had his first 5 and dime. And that's where the first Walmart it was ever built. Now, their corporate headquarters are still located in Rogers, Arkansas today. And if you drive by there, it's crazy because you think of a company like Walmart, and you would think that they would have this massive skyscraper of a building that they were facilitating as one of the mass retailers in the world, not just in the United States, in the world. And when you go in there, it's just this old brick building. So if you ever drive by Rogers, Arkansas, you got to go by the Walmart corporate headquarters. Now, they've added on and they've built out a little bit of it, but I remember driving by there 15 years ago, buying some fleet trucks for our construction company, and it was just this little tiny modest brick office building that you would pick up as almost a distressed property, and lo and behold, it's the corporate headquarters for Walmart Corporate. Not only that, if you guys remember the movie The Christmas Carol where the kid shot his eyes out, Daisy BB guns are from Rogers, Arkansas. J.B. Hunt, one of the largest semi-truck companies in the world, from Rogers, Arkansas. And Tyson's Chicken, they mass produce and steroid inject chickens over in Rogers, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, that's also there as well. And so if you want to go to the town of entrepreneurship, and it's also the home of Bill Clinton. So if you're a Bill Clinton fan, he lived right around the corner from Rogers, Arkansas, not right from Rogers, but just outside of Rogers, Arkansas. So a lot of history, a lot of business, a lot of entrepreneurial stuff that happened right there in Rogers, Arkansas, and still happens today. It's an undervalued city for people to go in and purchase real estate. It's under the radar. There's so many people that have no knowledge of this place, but it's still a great place to invest. Huntsville, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, all of the South is a great place to invest right now. Huntsville, Alabama, very undervalued. I remember doing business out there back in the 90s when I was doing direct sales network marketing, and in that time, it was one of the best underrated markets back in 1995, 1996, when we were having distributorships through direct sales. And it was an area where leadership was not going to go out and build and develop sales teams. And lo and behold, we sit here in 2022, and it's still one of the most undervalued markets across the nation. A lot of tech growth out there, a lot of economic growth in Huntsville, a very desirable place to live and a great place to invest in real estate. And number 5, ladies and gentlemen, is Knoxville, Tennessee. So for those of you guys who live over in Atlanta, Georgia, and you guys are encumbering the East Coast, I'll tell you that Tennessee is just a little further west, and in Knoxville is a great area to be. And plus, it's it's in the heart of Tennessee, very undervalued. It hovers and borders the Georgia border, and Georgia has always been a great market. The Panhandle of Florida, a great market, big military town, big military area, but Knoxville is one of those areas that's always been a silent climber because no one ever really talks about it, and you don't hear a lot about economic growth out there. But with the Carolinas being on the northern corner of them, and Georgia being on the eastern edge of them, and everything else that's surrounding Knoxville, there's economic growth, undervalued real estate, and a great place to invest. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I can continue going on and on and on about undervalued markets, but ladies and gentlemen, those 5 markets, if you're sitting back right now thinking, goodness gracious, real estate prices are going through the roof, they're overvalued, I don't know where to even invest in anything right now, and if you're a newbie looking to invest, it's very important not to go into the most stimulated markets. I know that most people think the best markets to go into are hyperinflated, stimulated markets, places like Seattle, Washington, and places like Austin, Texas, and places that are booming like Boise, Idaho, and some of these other places. But I'll be the first to tell you to go into the cities that are undervalued, under the radar, where people aren't even looking at them, and go in and poach real estate there, buy them, tie them up, buy land, build houses, purchase old distressed retail, renovate and rebuild that stuff, go build some warehouses or buy some warehouses in some of these cities, in multifamily real estate where these cities are growing. Population growth is going up. They're undervalued. They're under the radar. And ladies and gentlemen, there is so much opportunity in these 5 cities and even more of them that I can continue on with. But go in, continue investing in spite of the market and the height of the market. These are safe cities for you guys to go in and invest in today's current market. Ladies and gentlemen, click below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content that we're producing. So click and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you next time.